Alrighty, we're live in Sunday night. We haven't recorded a Zoom on Sunday evening, so this is exciting. I'll actually record. So we're live on my YouTube channel. Hey Rob, how's it going?
Very good. It's
Good.
good to have you on, Mo.
Yeah. It's good to be on actually. We haven't done a live or a Zoom in a while, and so we're gonna do these a lot more often. Kind of a podcast style. We started doing that, last month?
Hmm.
March or April, we started doing podcasts. And so if you are just coming across my YouTube channel, just do me a favor and go ahead and hit subscribe. Also follow us on Facebook. My son's on Facebook very actively. And so if you ever want to connect with Rob on Facebook, go ahead and do so. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the Get Fearless Freedom, the new level, the elite. We're going to be calling it the Fearless Elite. And I love that name. And so it's going to be really amazing. Of course, the compensation is going to be simple, 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 just like the other conversation that we have now. So let me see if I'm live. I just want to make sure I'm live on my YouTube channel. Okay, cool. So we have a couple of people watching this time of night. Again, we're going to try to do more Sunday evening Zooms and live on my YouTube channel, just so that we have kind of like a uh, pre-show. So Mondays, we actually have a full overview. My son does a full overview of what is Get Fearless Freedom. So tonight we wanted to just kind of talk about what we've been working on in the background and things like that. And the exciting part is this is going to be totally revamped. I really love this screen here, Rob, and I believe the whole website and all the digital products are going to have that green. I love green. You love green. So
Hmm.
so we actually have a programmer that helps us put together this product and program. It's actual real software. It is not just a back office that is worthless. It's actually where you can learn and you can also put together sales funnels. Okay. So the reason why I launched Get Fearless Freedom in 2019 was so that I would have a way to collect leads online. So if you're not collecting your own leads, you're relying on another system that doesn't collect leads or allow you to resell or use it for other products or programs, then you might want to take a look at Get Fearless Freedom. And I'll share that here tonight. So again, my name's Tammy. I'm here with my son, Robert. He works with me full time and he does all the presentations on Monday. If you do want to get on our update list, go ahead and I'll have my link below. It'll have getfearlessfreedomnow.com and you'll see the kind of capture pages that we're talking about. So whenever you're marketing online, there's always three steps. You're always going to want to collect an email. And again, it's not hard to do that. So everything comes together when you do purchase Get Fearless Freedom. There's a 200 level where you can earn money at $200. There's a 500 level, 1000 level, which has YouTube training, how to get yourself going and started on YouTube. And then there's a 2000 level. Now, I can't say too much about the 2000 level because we don't have it complete yet. It's going to be released in the month of June. That's the reason why we're so excited. So, Rob, what do you think? I have a little bit of feedback. I'm going to have to mute. So, Rob's been working on the background and just kind of tell everybody what is um your position, I guess, in all of this and Get Fearless Freedom. I don't think there's many opportunities that actually have a techie guy, quote unquote, that helps people get set up. So if you want to explain that here a little bit tonight, that'd be great.
Sure, it's good to talk on here again and have everyone on if they're jumping on a end of the weekend live here. What I do is I work with my mom. I have worked with her for 7 years now, and we actually are a mother and son team. So if that resonates with you, and you're like, hey, I have children, I'm at this age where I want to have income online. I want to see, a mother and son duo here where we work together. It's actually really cool. So we work together. I'm their techie person. I do all the different setups. I do from the Zooms, and then I also help all the members. Now, what's going on is it's a flash and crash industry, right? There's a lot of things where it's like, you'll see a program and you'll see the money around it, but it's the flash and crash. And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to make sure we have communities that are built properly. And we wanted to have people that actually, when they get in on a system, it's literally from one click or a couple clicks or whatever, how they want to advance forward. And that's why our system is easy. It's all in-house. It's very easy to learn. You get in on the back office, people that are newbies, they're making it. And then the fact that we work together, Mom and I, and we have these incredible people that are coming in and they're seeing this vision. And so my whole model is the actual tortoise won the race, right? The hare was all like, "Hey, I'm gonna win," and he actually took a nap, and then the tortoise actually made it. So with Get Fearless Freedom, we want you to be the tortoise. We want you to see the actual vision that with online marketing and online making money, it's actually very easy. However, you have to make sure it's not just simple back office. There's actually something more than that. And that's why we created a robust product. We have products and services that actually can go and help anyone, like actually succeed online and get plugged and played. And that's the thing is you do see that online where it talks about the money, 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 but they never talk about the product, product, product. And so products matter, software matters, and we want to make sure people win when it comes to Get Fearless Freedom. So working with my mom, working with my clients, working with everyone is really cool. We filmed a 7-minute video in Las Vegas. We teach everyone every Monday. You can hop on tomorrow. You're going to learn about Get Fearless Freedom. And the reason why we've built the way we've built is because we understand the vision is people don't want to just get into something that has hundreds of thousands of people and they feel like their voice is not heard. And so that's why with us, we actually build properly. We want to make sure that people get, set up, they get into a home-based business that's going to hear them, that they're able to be heard as well. And that is why we have built what we've built because, it's really cool. So working with her, helping her and the team has been really cool. It's been really great because people have gotten plugged and played into our actual system and been able to go and duplicate that. And the time freedom that it's giving me. So I'm actually 29 and I have not worked a job in 7 years. Now, a lot of people look at that as like, okay, that's risky, right? It's not a 9 to 5, it's not guaranteed income. However, there's never been a point in time where I've ever thought, wow, I have to wake up and I have to go to this job. I have to appease my boss. I have to, do that. So the actual thinking in the noggin is I would rather prefer a dangerous freedom than a peaceful slavery. And so that's why I think it's good to actually get a hold, get in our system, and understand that we were just like you. I was just like you. And now I had that time freedom where, I literally, mom and I, we barely work. We actually barely work because we know that we have the coding, the software, all that stuff figured out. And that's why when you get in and you're going to learn about it more on Monday. However, when we talk and we touch on, these repeatedly over and over, we want to make sure you guys understand that it is actually that simple. It's not a ploy. It's actually something that we've built and we're proud of.
Yeah, exactly. I think what your passion is making sure that every single person understands that it's a simple setup process. And I mean passion because you'll say to me, well, such and such doesn't know how to get a domain name, or, something simple like that. There's a lot of people still, even though we're in 2024, that don't understand how to do that. So we have not only the guide, the step-by-step guide, the document where people can read it, but we also have a video, a getting started video in the back office that's 17 minutes, but you're going to make it shorter.
Yep.
Because even 17 minutes for some people is long, but it's honestly, if you're trying to set your foundation, and I tell people this all the time, when you're putting your foundation together, you want to make sure that you actually have a system, like so many internet marketers don't have. They just have, or have been promoting, just something that won't even be able to build a list. Let's say something goes down, and this has happened to me many, many times in my career, unfortunately, and without warning. Sometimes all of a sudden the company just stops or
Mm,
stops paying. And so for since 2019, because of the platform that it is, it's member to member, but you can also literally collect your own leads. And that is sometimes, I think, some missing pieces of the puzzle for people, because they will maybe want something else, or the next shiny object will come along. That's why I think we are always trying to educate the industry. We're doing things different here at Get Fearless Freedom, is the education that people actually get. And they've told us time and time again, oh, Tammy, I didn't know that about the company was taking my leads. Well, if you look in your back office and you don't see an area where you can hook up a third party autoresponder, for example, and you're an internet marketer, quote unquote, and that's our target market, people that are already working online and that
right.
are, the home-based business, but your passion is to make sure people are hooked up, if that makes sense. Like, you're the
Mm-hmm.
hookup man. I think I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
call you the hookup man, because you've set up now over, I'd say, what, 100 people
Hundreds,
in the
hundreds.
past
Yeah, it
couple
seems like yeah,
couple months.
between the custom and then the actual onboarding of people that have
Hmm.
gotten into it. Yeah, it's pretty the way I look at it is you know, I look at it like if I wanted to become a pilot and I talk to a friend that's a pilot and he says, "Look, if I were to do it for you, right? If I were to actually just like figure it out in your brain and then plug it in and you'll figure it out, like you'll just get the information downloaded. That's what it's like when you join our community because we do that for you. There's done for you stuff and services instead of like getting in on an online business and then going, huh? Like what's
Yeah.
going on?
Like, what do I do next?
Because we have
Mhm.
gotten literal previews of stuff out there and I was like, is this it, Mom? Like, I was actually kind of amazed. I was actually like, today we even saw a preview of something, and we're just like, huh,
That's
and that's it. Like, there's nothing to it. So that's
mhm.
why it's a frustration, for anyone reviewing this or live, is it's actually a frustration because there's a quote where the guilty dog barks first, or the loudest crowd is not always the right crowd, and so it's like a bar, you go in and people are all loud and everything and you think they're outgoing. Well, actually there's something under when I would go out to karaoke, and I'd go out with my friends. The guys that were the loudest actually had the biggest self-confidence issues. They were actually internally hurt. And the guys that were just, people that were normal, that's why we're doing podcasting talk here and business talk, is because that's what happens is the loudest is not always the right path, right? The narrow path is
Mhm.
what builds foundations for business, and
Sure.
business is a narrow lane when it comes to building properly. And so mom and I, we have a thing mom's been in the industry for a while, is she's seen things like compliance, right? She's
Client.
seen thing compliance. And we've seen many things where, you cannot talk about certain words, right? When it comes to,
Yeah,
you
there's no,
know,
you can never state any income claims. People have asked me before, how much money am I going to make? And I'm like, well, how much money do you want to make? I mean, like it's all ultimately up to you. And with a Starbucks or any Subway or franchises, even with a franchise, they can never state how much quote unquote you're going to be making. So I
Right.
would really stay away from those sort of hooks or lures online, because it's going to eventually bite you. And it's not the company. It's actually they've said before you got to stay with the rules. So what I like about ours is we have it right on our website. We have the policy and procedures. We have everything like that on our website. And I used to actually teach this, Rob, about 10 years ago. I used to have a checklist, and it would be five. I'll bring it up again, and I'll actually talk
Mm.
about it tomorrow night on the Zoom. But there's five things that you want to look at in a home-based business. Number one is, who is the owner? Where is the website? Where does it set? Like, where is it? We have our own servers. We don't have to rely on any other, sites that recreate for sites. We don't have to rely on
Hmm.
that. We actually have it on our own server. Our own programmer programmed it from the ground up, so he's coded everything. There's like five things. I'll bring it up. So stay tuned. You guys and gals can come for tomorrow night. But there's things that you want to make sure that you have the experience of closing. So with Get Fearless Freedom, even if you've never closed or sold anything online, you can have a person, your your members of members I've been closing sales for, and they can dial the 800 number. And
Hmm.
that's the cool part about it, is you can actually get a hold of myself if I'm too busy and during the day, then you can speak to Rob. Or I actually have a gal that loves making callbacks. She sent me a whole list when we were in Vegas that she made
Hmm.
callbacks for. Um, so Leah likes doing that. So there's people that you can actually speak to before you even join. Like, do you have a question? Like, where should you advertise? Well, you're looking at it right here, YouTube. You can take videos, you can upload the videos, and I have an affiliate that does that all the time. It's not even his own videos. It's mine.
Right.
Um, so you can do that. I mean, where to advertise really in 2024 shouldn't even be a question in your mind, because we have all that. In fact, in the 2000 level, we're going to have even an offline strategy that's very popular with one of our members, and he's going to be doing a training on it. So that's pretty cool. So we actually have, with the community that we actually have the training modules of our actual members. So there you go. You actually have members that can train on the various marketing methods. So that's going to be exciting. I can't say what it is because
Hmm.
it's a secret, but so until we get it done, it will be back in the 2000 level. But the actual 2000 level will actually have products. So there's this is a digital marketing platform. So you have to have products, and then you have to have training. So there's two parts to a digital platform when you
Yep.
have 100% commission. You can't just have the training. That can't really be the product. The product has to be something. So we have actual software back there. We have lead capture page softwares. We have bridge pages that you can utilize. And this is for any opportunity, by the way. And then
Yep.
the other thing is we have an auto reply software for Craigslist. And then we also have an extension tool for YouTube back there that you can learn about. So there's always two parts. I'm trying to educate people here tonight that it's not that you're just buying a training or
That's it right
a
there. Yep.
blueprint. There's more to a compliant opportunity than that. So that's how I've always looked at opportunities myself when I went to get in them. I was like, well, what is the actual product? I understand you're telling me how and where I can resell it. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. I mean, there's not many platforms. So it's like a no-brainer. We're all on all of those platforms. So there's really got to be an actual product that you can almost say that it can be used for anything else. And we'll talk
Exactly.
more about that tomorrow night and educate people.
Yeah, education is the best way. I think what we come back to that quote is, the loudest dog or the loudest person is flashy items. It's like Finding Nemo, the movie. There was in the movie, you haven't seen it in a while, Mom, but just as a kid growing up, is there's this fish in the ocean, and it was down in the pits of the ocean, very dark place, and there was this little bob, this little like light bulb and they're like, oh, this is a flashy business, right? And so it was a bunch of this, it was a bunch of hype, it was the light, right? The light. And so it was actually behind it was a nasty like fish, with the teeth and everything. And Dory and Marlin or whatever his name is, the dad,
Yeah.
the clownfish, they almost fell for the trap. And so that's what's going on is there's a lot of this. There's a lot of fireworks going off all the time. But when it comes down to when we see insider stuff, right? We actually get to see stuff that's going on. And we're like, what the heck? This is
Yeah.
this is what that fish is about. That fish is that little light bulb. And so people come right to it and then they get in the trap. And so my mom being in the industry for 12 plus years, she's seen it all. Actually, people go, it's impossible to see it all. Actually, you can see a lot in just one day.
Oh, yeah.
She figured it out. She figured out three
I get a lot of
programs
things
and like,
sent to me that comes across my desk, and a lot of things where they go viral on social media or on Facebook, and so many in 2023. I was just like, but can you collect the lead if
hmm
that company goes under? Can you collect the lead? Do they have a capture page system where all that time and that effort, whatever marketing method you're doing, does that capture page system convert between 50 to 60? Sometimes in most cases, my pages convert in 70% in traffic. There's people
wow,
that
yeah.
say that my system is the highest converting capture pages they've ever seen. I've had it from actually 5 people recently. Like when they run traffic, they can't believe because they're clean white capture pages. But that's what I always will ask anyone. But it doesn't matter what network marketing company there is. It does not matter if it's MLM network marketing. And I love all the products and I'm not bashing any of those companies, but do they allow you to collect your prospects yourself? That's it. You know what I mean? How did I
Absolutely.
get fireworks behind me? That's
I
really
don't know, something, I think it's a new feature on the Mac or something. I think you can
wow.
like
I just went like that.
you can add
That's
reactions.
cool. Like this, like a firework.
Yeah, something like
Um,
that.
but yeah, that's oh, there you go.
Wow. Look
Look at that,
at
Ron. Did you
that.
just do that?
Yeah, I just did that. I
Oh,
can
that's
do
cool.
I can do this.
Oh,
It's
that's neat.
pretty.
Like balloons and everything. I
Mm-hmm.
like that. But that's what we wanted to talk about tonight is that, our company is an educational company. We want people to feel very, warm, welcome, make an educated decision, no pressure, none of that. Because I know I didn't like it when I was looking at a home-based business. I was just like, all right, let me check it out. Okay. Let me go to the site. Let me see how everything looks and let me see
Yep.
how it's going to convert. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that when you're brand new, spanking new online, is you want something that you didn't have to put together yourself. All you have to do is advertise. You don't even have to do any follow-up emails. I haven't even talked about the email portal here tonight, but it's literally a simple step-by-step 3-step funnel. Funnel is a website. If anyone's not sure what the term funnel means, it's like you're putting a bunch of leads. It's at the like a kitchen funnel, and you're putting a bunch of prospects at the top of your funnel. And as they go through, they're getting more to the yes, yes, yes stage. That's exactly what a funnel is. And I love them. Funnels have changed my life. All I got to do is run an ad, send them to the capture page, get them onto my site, and that's it. It's
It's
automated,
easy. Right.
very.
Yeah, and talking on that point, is that what happens we found is when you have funnels that are all the same, like The Giver, the book. The book The Giver was one of my favorite actually books, and I don't read. I don't like books. I do read, however, like on a, iPad or phone and computer, I do read, but as far as like books, I do very pick out like very rare do I pick out books to read. I'm a reader, but I don't read them physically on like an actual paperback. So there's this book called The Giver, and it gives a good example on what's going on that we are what we're talking about. And we don't bash, we're not bashing, we're just talking out loud. But there was everyone looked the same. Literally, there was no color at all. And Jonah, it was he was the one that kind of broke out of it, and he started to see the color. And if anyone read that book, I'm just paraphrasing it a bit, but if anyone read that book, they'd understand that, when you're in online marketing and you get into marketing, you want to know number one thing, can I actually do it? And the thing is with my mom, the way she trains is when you get and confirmed in, you buy into the system, you buy in to what we have, and you actually are able to duplicate that, result based on your own efforts, of course. But, that's the difference. What we do is we actually say that, um, because we understand there is literally people that are animals. Like they are so good, they immediately plug and play, and the duplication's like insane. And then I've had seen where people have joined myself and they literally, I said, well, hey, have you logged in? Have you actually logged in? You're on Facebook. Have you logged into the other tab? And they're like, well, no. And so it comes down to where do you want the effort? If someone wants something really bad enough, it will happen. It will happen. You
Oh
taught me
yeah, when
that.
my back was against the wall and I couldn't go out and, figure out what do I want to do outside the house. I mean, when
Right.
you kids were little and I was homeschooling and everything like that, I just sat down and ran ads.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard. You just sit down and you place an ad, and like I
Right.
said, so yeah, you definitely have understood the whole flow of internet marketing, Rob. It's literally that simple. Place an ad. We're going to be doing offline ads. We have co-ops. I have, where I run traffic for people. I mean, sometimes people don't even have to know a thing, you
Right.
know? And so if you got the process of traffic and advertising, and then you got the back end where I'm emailing the leads, what are they doing in the middle? They just got to give, right? Bring the
Yeah.
50%.
Right. Yeah, so coming back to when I started helping you out with everything, I looked at it like, people think, hey, you get out talking on Zooms, but believe me, I actually had where I got in back in 2017. I waited a whole year. I literally waited, mom knows this. I waited a whole year. I drained down the savings I had. And I was like down in around 2019. I'm like, whoa, mom, what are we gonna do? And you're like, well, I'm tired of this industry. I'm tired of all the fake stuff, the rah rah, this talk, that talk. How do we get real and actually bring people home? And you're like, okay, let's come up with this GFF and this fearless freedom journey. And before we knew it, before like it just kind of like, okay, that's it, that's the name. And then before you know it, it just, people started seeing it one by one, it doesn't have to be, literally hundreds of millions of people. It doesn't have to be even a crowd of 10 people. What we have is we have something that is for everyone that wants to get in on an online business. It can work for anything. Our software can work, the
Mhm.
tools of the software. We came out with this a robust thing tomorrow night. You guys definitely, if you're keeping on, you're watching the live or you're watching a replay, please tune in on the Monday where we're going to talk about something that's never been done ever in the industry and we actually figure it out. I was all online trying to figure out, is this done? Is that done? No, it hasn't. So this new email tool we actually came out with, you want to learn about that tomorrow and hop on. You're going to really enjoy what we created. And then from there,
Well,
it's
there's a
just
fun
like,
fact right there is about email marketing. Most people think that there's like they just see everything, like in front of you, and that the sales actually happen in the emails, like the email marketing. So like a lot of products online gets sold through email marketing, a lot of physical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like I get so many sales and then my members get so many sales whenever I do an email blast. Like, so when I send
Yes.
out a notification and people, they get the emails into their inbox in their email. So there was a change in February that almost made that impossible. But now because of our programmer and because of Rob's suggestion to the programmer, if it wasn't for Rob suggesting it, then it wouldn't be a thing. And that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow night, because most people do not have that dialed in, is the email marketing. So that's what's really exciting, is every time I send one out, they are all ending up and landing in inbox. Look, here they
It's
all are.
phenomenal.
I
It's
mean,
so awesome to
just
see
pages
that.
and pages and pages of all of the members' emails coming out, and I've sent out um 300 and let's see, almost probably 400 emails since we've relaunched the platform. About 400
Hmm.
emails for my members. So that's over one a day sometimes. Like on a Zoom day, like if you want to test, if anyone that's watching this live wants to test and jump on our list so you can test it out for yourself, just go to getfearlessfreedomnow.com and you'll be able to actually, let me just go there real quickly here. It's just a one click and you just put in your email address. So just go to
Hmm.
getfearlessfreedomnow.com. This is my site. This is our site together, Rob and I. Just go there and then you opt in. You get to listen to a 7-minute video. You actually get to see the process. Now, this page here, I'll show a couple different campaigns because I have my back office open. Very simple to set up. This is my June because we're going to do a challenge, kicking off a challenge tomorrow night, like I always do. But this is what I've ran the traffic for that one. So you can change this is key. If you can't change the capture page with the system that you have and you can't go back in here, and when you're at the software point and you can't change any of your capture page, it's going to eventually be saturated. How do I know that? Because I've had over 5,000 members join me in the past 5 years. And,
Yes.
and and it happens every time. If let's say everybody just used this first one, right? And we just saw this one all over the place. Why aren't you making what you deserve? And that's all you saw. Then people would say, Tammy, can't you change your page? How do I know that? Because I've had it done with 3,500 members. I had to change it. I've had to change it around. So that's the reason why I think Get Fearless Freedom is so brilliant. In the
It's
actual
like a
behind it, it's brilliant. You can change it. You can use these templates back here. You can be in our Telegram group. I'm always posting my newest updated page. I mean, honestly, it's the easiest system I've ever used. And I don't want to drop names tonight.
Yeah, it's
Their
very
sales calls.
easy. I remember back when I wanted to touch on marketing online in 2016.
I
This
remember
is
you trying to figure out
news
pages.
story. Yeah, I was trying to figure out it was a CLICK funnels. And
Yeah,
obviously awesome guy, very cool guy. But I was trying to figure it out. And I remember this is like, people always think, hey, you always had it going on for you. You have a mom that's a marketer. No, I actually learned a lot of this on my own
I
in the
kept asking you to
beginning.
help me with capture pages.
And I'm like, Mom, I don't know what's going on. So mom started finding programmers that would build these funnels for how much again?
$600 to $700 he'd charge me each time.
Wow.
So this one here, I had a gentleman that would charge me this one that I just set up in 2 clicks the other day. And I knew that he didn't take very much or a very long time to set this up. But this one here that I ran with a solo ad vendor, for example, he literally charged me $600 because he's like, well, you're making the money. So I'm going to charge you $600. I know this campaign's going to make you a lot of money. So he billed me the $600. I'm just like,
Wow.
wow. And then I'd have to use that one for a few months.
Yeah, you would have to. Yeah,
Remember?
I remember that. I remember how hard it was. And so even if there's viewers on that are existingly in our community, the I call it if you have it easy type of thing, you don't know how it is, how easy it is. That's actually what we started to see. So we started to see there's a difference between a normal website and then a marketing website because marketing is a different tune. This is where it's a clean white background. There's nothing that is palm trees in the background or people on a computer that, looks like a templated person on a laptop typing. This is clean, this is converting, and this is, right in front of people's face, right? The wording, the actual topic at hand. So, you know,
Yes.
um, what we talk about when we start to, get into our whole marketing thing is when you started to teach me the opt-in rate, the actual percentage rate, and how it flows. I'm like, wow, this is
Yeah, look at the opt-in
interesting.
rate for there, right there, 112 people. I mean, I
Hmm.
have literally 112 people on my list that I emailed blasted tonight for the Zoom tomorrow night. Like there is
Amazing.
no other system that will do it for you. All the other systems where you have to manually invite them to Zooms manually.
Wow.
So,
That's what I'm that the priceless times that we are in ultimately, they call it the you never know the what your ancestors went through to put where you're at now, if you're on a device watching our live or whatever, the internet cables that the guys, lay down on the ocean, how the
right,
website's a coding. So what we figured out is we're like, look, people want to make money. In the conclusion of tonight, you want to make money, you want it simple, and you want it to be real. And so that's where it is with GFF. It's I call it the home front of marketing, where, we're here. We have this platform. You get to get involved, and it's an incredible community that is all there. They want each other to win. We want
well,
you
the price
guys to
point's
win.
amazing too.
The price
Because,
points are
because
awesome. You
again,
can,
um,
yep.
because again, you're paying $1.56 a day to literally make commissions for life. When you pay
Hmm.
the affiliate fee, the one-time affiliate fee, and then the monthly maintenance fee is only 47, whereas I was paying 297 for softwares like this
Right.
a
Yep.
month.
You're also getting an
Three
email account.
$300 a month I was
Yep.
paying.
Don't click on that email part, as you know, Mom, because it shows the, but you know what I'm saying. Don't, yeah, the GFF email account.
Right.
I'll go over that tomorrow,
No,
but
I'm just showing the done for you email portal
oh,
where
good.
I can just send out for like an email blast
Yeah, this is this one right
people.
here.
So I mean,
That,
people just have to literally advertise their link, they get on the list, and then I'm the one that's typing in, this is me tonight, not an auto reply, an
hmm
automatic auto reply. This is literally me. I type this
makes it
out.
look like, hey, this is Kevin here
Yeah,
emailing the list, and the list wouldn't know the wiser, right? Because they
right.
haven't joined in on the party yet. So this is what we're talking about on how good the actual open rates here as it
Hmm.
progresses in time and it
Open rates are
goes.
great.
Yeah, it's drastically helped. I mean, even you were telling me the other day, and I was like, I
Huge.
mean, I even was seeing mine and it was jumping up because of what we figured out. So we'll cover that more tomorrow. I think we
Well, yeah,
covered a
what
good
we need to
amount
do is
tonight.
give them the link on how to
Hmm.
get registered. So you can go to getfearlessfreedomnow.com, and then also you can go to ourfearlessmovement.com. I'll have it in the actual YouTube video description. There's nothing more than a pet peeve of mine is when people do a whole video, but then they never tell anyone how to get the information. It's kind of
Hmm.
like when we used to take you to the real estate events when you were little, Rob. They would talk, talk, talk on the stage, but then they would never say how to do the
How
business.
to,
They would
right?
just give
How?
you a bunch of rah-rah, and you know that because your dad and I've talked about it lots and lots of times. They've never said, hey, you can go to Craigslist and advertise for houses. No, we had to figure it out on our own. They never said, well, back then they didn't have Facebook Marketplace, but I'm saying people are really
Right.
spoiled nowadays because we used to actually hit the ground and we used to go door to door and get set up with attorneys and accountants, literally make and build relationships offline, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But my mentor told me, and that we can wrap it up, but this is what one of my mentors told me. Well, Tammy, if you were successful offline, then you're going to be successful online. And remember that
Mm-hmm.
online is no different than building a relationship through video, through email marketing, through connections, Zooms, things like that, building a community, knowing you have a safe place to come. But it's literally nothing more than you shaking your neighbor's hand. That's all it is. It's just you bringing it online. There's no reason to be fearful. That's why we call it Get Fearless Freedom.
Absolutely. Good point. Good ending. We only get more and more when you
Better?
talk about better, you talk about just the improvements that we both have made as human beings, literally just talking and people just go, "Hey, I've
Practice
heard you,
makes perfect.
I've heard you, Rob, years ago. Now you just get on like it's nothing." And it's funny, it's not just in the camera. It's actually in real life. Like you told me tonight, "Hey, how was your evening?" And I was like, "Oh, I was out by the pool, and at the condo." And you're like, "Wow, did you meet any new people?" And I said, "Yeah, I did. I actually met two new people, and it's that easy." So if
Yeah,
you're a
you used
people
to be
lover,
so introverted and that
if
you
you're a
wouldn't,
pe
and they've always said that this industry is actually a personal development wrapped around a product. Like
hmm
that is the cool part about Get Fearless Freedom. We have so many people that their lives have changed, the mindset training that we have in the back office. And it really does come down to limited beliefs. If you don't think that you deserve it or you don't think that you can do it, then that's where you're going to stay. But if you do believe that you want a better life and that you do believe that you deserve it, like this has been something that I have had a passion because, again, I went to so many events and they weren't teaching the actual how to. And so I said to myself,
Wow.
when I was successful online, and I've taught thousands of people I've taught. I
hmm
said to myself, if I became successful, I will teach others. And that's what I continue to keep doing is paying it forward.
And that's the best way to do it. I've witnessed a lot where people they'll what is it called? They'll like lose weight, or they'll have a successful real estate business or whatever,
Hmm.
and you ask them and they like run away from you. Like they're only about themselves, and ultimately they find themselves that they gained all of that for themselves, but they never actually felt good about it in the end. And so that's why with us, we actually want our affiliates to win. We get on here because we want our people to win, and then just we love hearing the new people. Oh, Sam got a new one.
Yeah,
Whoever,
Sam just made 724 hours over the weekend.
hmm
And Angie and Ben, they've almost cracked 17,000. I mean, one of the things that I don't really like about, and this is why I don't constantly, talk about money, 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 and this person's done this and that, is because honestly, a lot of people are very private nowadays. A lot of
hmm
people are private in the way of some people don't want me to even announce that they had a sale. Hey, that is up to them, and I will always ask, but it's their business. It's not mine to flaunt.
hmm
So I just feel like that's another nice part of Get Fearless Freedom is that it's not always about the money, money, money. It's about the community, and it's about the giving and the caring. And like Christina, I mean, she's literally made it through a cancer scare, you know? And I think that's the kind of stories that people want to see, heartwarming stories. People that have, succeeded in this, that, and the other thing. And again, you got to remember these funnels are used for anything.
That's
There's
true,
other
right?
businesses where I don't even know the amounts of money they've made with it. I can't ask them that. So,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah, so that's the thing. It's a hybrid. But yeah, I think this has been a great conversation tonight. I'm excited about Mondays, always will be. And the cool part about it, Rob, is we work maybe 2, 3 days a week, and the rest of the time we have a blast on the weekends.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no, I agree. The coolest part I love about working with mom is that I get to see exactly how she is when it comes treating the business. You know, it'd be one thing if I'm like getting on live and then I'm like promoting another product. I actually get to see what it's like, you know, behind the scenes. And when she's like, oh my gosh, this person just made a sale, or, you know, we're going to do this for our community, that's what I get to see. So, in closing, that's why, you know, joining a mother and son business is the way I personally, if I had to go about it, I would want to do that. Even, you know, let's just go, I'm you. And, you know, I see that I was like, man, that's so cool because it's like they get to see what it is, you know, they can be relatable. So that's why we have the Fearless crew, you know, so
yeah,
Fearless
the
fam.
fearless family.
Yep.
And we
Yeah.
really are. We are a family of four, and with Amanda's boyfriend that makes five here, but we're really the fearless family. Especially
Hmm.
this year. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we earned that nickname this year. So, but with wrapping it up, definitely click the links below. Go to ourfearlessmovement.com to register for the Monday Zooms. We're always live on Mondays. And then, like I said, you don't have to be strapped to your computer. In fact, I love YouTube. This is one of the trainings we have at the 1000 level. And I've always said just get in where you can fit in. 200,
Hmm.
500, $1,000. 200 is going to get you to come to you're going to be able to access the back office, but you can promote the Monday Zoom. So you get to come to the Monday Zooms. And yeah, and June's going to be amazing. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for a 2000 level. It always gets people excited again. And of course, with the commissions, it's all 100% commission for you. There's no dinky checks here. So anyway, Rob, thanks for jumping on tonight. And I know you were hanging out with some people, so that's awesome that you did
Hmm.
this. And yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up, and we will see everybody tomorrow night. Thanks, Rob.
Yes. Thanks. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Have a good Monday tomorrow. It's going
Yes.
to be exciting. And absolutely write this down, write this on your calendar. You know, I know life gets in the way, but you're really in for a treat tomorrow. It's very fun and it's truly worth your time and be able to learn the real ways, you know, of marketing. I wish I had that 7 years ago, you know, but
Yeah,
yeah,
people thank us all the time because, like I said, if they get stuck, we have an amazing support team. Anytime you have a question, you can email into support@getfearlessfreedom.com. I don't actually ever send anyone any PMs. I'm doing all email marketing now. And then,
yep,
of course, support with the email because I actually want to enjoy my summer. So I don't even answer anyone on Facebook Messenger very rarely.
yeah,
So if you have a question or want to get started, you'll get my email when you subscribe to go to getfearlessfreedom now.com and you'll see our video. And soon it's going to be a new
absolutely.
one.
Absolutely. We'll wrap it up here and we'll see them on tomorrow.
Sounds good.